great questions come up. What's the difference between a personal brand and a company brand? And there is a massive differentiation. I remember when I first started Balance Level Performance, people would say, yeah, but Nick, the whole thing is centered around your personal brand. You've got to figure out how to make it a company brand. And they were right. At the same time, I'm really proud that there's still a very strong personal brand and a company brand. And I want to explain that there's a difference between the two, and you don't have to have one or the other. You can have both. It really comes down to understanding what that means. So personal brand, this is me. That's me. And with that represents I have values. That doesn't say values, but anyway. I also have my core competency and my character. And then when I hired someone and brought them on board and they came in, the reason why they came and that we made that mutual decision was because we aligned here. We aligned with that. So then we had two people with a similar personal brand, but very different because they had a different character. Also a different competency, but similar values, right? So together, he had his personal brand and my personal brand. Then another person came on board. And the process repeated itself, and we just had this plus theirs, and together we had three really strong personal brands, all working towards building our own independent businesses, but we all housed that inside one roof. Now this is where the importance of having a company brand, but the word company is, I think, really poorly put across. Really what we're trying to say is it's an organization. And by organization, we mean a group. And what that really means is how do we house these three people? And now what do those three people represent? That's what they represent. And to give you a working example, Balance Level Performance is making a difference to people's lives. We provide the highest level of evidence-based healthcare, and we have three values: the right thing to do, make a difference, and act and think like a business owner. And the people within this box here, whenever they go out and help people, what are they doing first? They are making a difference to people's lives. How are they doing that? They're providing evidence-based healthcare. And that is how you create a company brand. You create what we call entitativity. It's a very hard word to say, entitativity. And that means how much these three people feel like they belong inside that group. Now customers that come into this, they come into this and they're influenced by these people, and they also feel like they belong there. And they have one good experience. They said, oh, I saw Bob from Balance Level Performance. That was great. You should go see that person. And then they can't get in with Bob another day, and they go and see Fred. And Fred also gives them a great. They're like, oh, everyone at Balance Level Performance is great. And that is the sentence that you look for to create a company brand. If you see Bob and Bob says, oh, like I had a great experience with Bob, but I went and saw Fred and I didn't. Now that experience of what Balance Level Performance stands for is a little bit more diluted now, because that company brand was not represented equally across different people. You had different competencies and different personal brands representing the company brand, and that diluted the company brand but elevated Bob's personal brand. So these two facets really need to be identified, but not misconstrued in a way that it's one or the other. It is both at the same time, but it's not a collaboration of these people's ideas. It's the fact that these people are housed inside an entity called a company. And that company has vision, mission, purpose, etc., values, these things that the people inside of it identify with and represent. On top of that, there's that personal brand too. So I hope that helps decipher the difference between the two a little bit. There's a little bit more to it as well. But for now, I hope you enjoyed that and makes a difference to your life.